G'day guys, welcome back, and today is a little bit of an interesting filler day. Filler day? Filler day's fair, because I'm just putting the last few coats onto some new canvases which arrived yesterday. They're most of the way through those new coats, but they still need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So, I think today I applied two coats of clear gesso. Hey Alex, how you doing? And some 2 hours time, I'll apply 2 coats of very, very thin priming coat. I love this one. This one's called Primal. It's a blend similar to a PVA, and it will make sure the canvases are nice and smooth when I'm at the start. So, nice smooth canvases to get a really good start. Kicking off first with the PVA, first with the primer, clear gesso, and then with that for a completely silky smooth surface. And we'll be good to go. But for now, while I wait for that gesso coat to dry, I'm here with these lovely elephants. And we're going to make them into something special. Hey Eric, how you doing? So we started from a dark place this time. We went with black first, and now we'll gently fill out the lighter colours. So these popping shades are going to come out of that darkness, that black. Looks brill. Thank you. Give it time though. I like to think of the early layers of a painting similar to your high school crush. I say that because they'll change over time. What the painting looks like now and what you'll see at the end will be 2 separate things. African versus Indian elephant. Now there's a way to tell, isn't there? It's the ears. But what about the ears? That's the question. Thanks, Ivan. Beautiful elephant. Well, hopefully it will be. Here we go. Just a little bit in there. Let's go right to the edge there. Imagination or reference? I always think a reference is important. Always think so. Not all the time. You can have multiple references. It doesn't need to be just one. I did a painting of a landscape recently where I used a reference from all 4 seasons. Different angles, zoom ups, zoom outs, and all 4 seasons. So that way the picture would represent the landscape all times during the year, rather than just one time. Really liked it. Australian version of Warren Cole. I've never heard of Warren Cole, but I hope he's a nice guy, because that would make that a lovely compliment. There we go. Greg, it's going good, Greg. Hope it's going well for you too. Now, one of the key colours in this elephant, and the reason why I wanted to pursue it, was the intensity of all the browns and siennas. The ability for us to embody all those crazy, crazy colours. Here we go. Sneak around here. Graves from Call of Duty. Jeepers creepers. I didn't know Call of Duty had painters in it. If I knew the game was that wholesome, I would have played it. There we go. Let's not hang around too long on these colours. So I want to jump across onto some light ones. Let's get this elephant, excuse my banging, some context in its environment. So behind this elephant is a beautiful blue, clear sky. So how are we going to represent that? Well, with blue, for starters. But not just regular blue. I'm kicking off with a much, much softer violet. Then underneath, we'll hide in some of this blue azul. It's called blue azure, but I think that's their own way of saying azul, which is the Spanish word for blue. There you go. That's the colour there. And I love this paint. So this paint is in these lovely little tubes, which packets, like sauce packets. Means you don't miss a drop. Here we go. That's not right. But I would like, somewhat. I always find with these tubes I miss out on a bit of paint. No notification, diver. No, you haven't missed much at all. I literally just got started. So, and hello Max. I'm in the ER but wanted to say hi. LJ, first off, I love the new profile picture. Very funky. Good amount of colour, good amount of attitude. Appreciate that. And I appreciate you popping by. Motor goat, favourite animal, this is good. Oh, and everyone, look. We've got a cutie in the room. What's the person's name? Yes. I am a full-time artist. This is what I do. Now I haven't used this medium in a while. In fact, the last time I used this as a paint medium to spread out paint more, it was with our Scott and Craig picture, family portrait, and hello. So now it's back. Time to do it. Right, let's have a look-see. Burst coat. I should raffle one of the pictures as a giveaway. Jeepers. Well, I have been thinking about doing it with a print, but the artwork itself is quite challenging to raffle and give away, because unless you cut corners, things can get quite expensive. Shipping costs, framing, what's the other thing? Canvases. I got a quote for a canvas yesterday that was just shy of $700, but it was a good canvas. There we go. Thanks, Todd. Absolutely love elephants. Good place to be. I'm glad you love elephants. I think there's something fun about painting an elephant too. Their features are so unique. They've got such distinguished faces, and yet at the same time, nothing that is mildly close to what a human. There's no nose. There's no nostrils. Obviously there is a nose and nostrils, but not that we recognise as human. And the eyes are more about the brow that goes on top of them, tusks and a snout, trunk. I think it's really interesting to paint them because we can easily disassociate from what we think should be there if you just focus on the actual tones and shades we do see. Hello Stacey, how we doing? And Daniel? There we go. And you're right to the edge there. Right in there. Does it cut in closer? Does a little bit. There we go. appreciate that. But no bidding. Just love. Just enjoy it. Forget about the fact that there's going to be a product at the end. Just enjoy it being made. If I for a second get too focused on what I want this to be, what the result I want to have sitting on a wall is before I'm finished, I'll never get to appreciate the elephant. Here we go. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Have you painted giraffes before? If not, would you? Absolutely. Absolutely. I shouldn't really be painting an elephant right now, actually. But just because of the perfect storm, that I've got a couple of canvases that I'm priming all at the same time. And so I'm waiting for those gesso coats and those final priming coats to dry. And once they have, we're right away into it. But for right now, I get some free time. Some free time, some me time. All of it's me time, but in this time, I wanted to paint a portrait of something quite distinctive. We've done Abraham Lincoln before. We've done shots a little bit more zoomed out. I thought, let's do an animal. What animal haven't we done? And people have been asking for an elephant for a while. So this is a bit of a thrill for me. Cheers, Boo Selector. I appreciate that. Now, let's really make this sky pop. Let's add in some of this fantastic popping blue. I love how much love elephants get as well. It's really, really wholesome in terms of there's so much stuff that you could paint, but when we see an elephant, we feel pleasure, excitement, joy. You just appreciate them. Something at peace about an elephant's portrait. Would you be interested in priming your canvas? You can do it yourself. There's so many amazing mediums everywhere in the world to use. And if you're really short on a resource, one thing you can use is just regular good old fashioned PVA. PVA glue can prime a canvas. Try and get some PVA glue that's non-yellowing, so then your canvas can withstand the test of time. But that's an option for you too. People are always out there. Wait, you don't understand, Till? Don't understand about using PVA? It's an option for you. Do you think basing art style on pointism is worth it today? You're in love with pointism. You brought it up yesterday. You may have brought it up the day before and you're back again doing it today. I think you need to get it out of your system. And if the best way to do that is to just do pointism, do some pointism, baby. I'm a big fan. Till, you can use PVA glue as an undercoat. So to prime a canvas if you don't have gesso. Priming the canvas makes the colours pop more. Makes them bounce off the page. Here we go. Now it's early in the morning, so the important thing for me to do is keep a balance in my step. Not allow myself to become lethargic with the paint strokes. The temptation with the morning session is to stand here in front of it and just let yourself grind through step from step from step. But if you keep movement in your body, the painting will keep movement in it. And I want a lively elephant. I want something vibrant, energetic. something that wakes you up a little bit when you look at it, not tries to put you to sleep. And that's not a bad thing. But elephants can do that, right? I think we've all seen hypnotic elephants. Meditative elephants. Is that a word? Meditative? Probably. Till, what I was saying there is, yeah, PVA, you can sometimes mix it with paint, but the best way to use it is to put it down as a coat first, because it dries very flat. And if it's perfectly flat, it's an easy surface to then come in and add in all your colours on top. Just keep those brush strokes nice and wet. Are you going to be adding light green to this? Interesting question. There will be. But I think there'll only be tiny touches hitting the tops of those bits of grass, and only the tiniest bits. Dark green will play a role, a big role. There we go. Okay, so it makes it easier to paint when you've added. Yeah, now I'm not saying that's the be-all end-all solution. I'm saying that that's a cheap solution that works if you don't have other options. This is me giving you a bootleg technique to get out of a tight spot. PVA on the surface to prime it. Painting onto PVA with acrylics is fantastic. Tanya, you are more than welcome here. I'm sorry your day was stressful, but hopefully we can turn around a little bit by painting an elephant together. Trina, I can't paint anything, but we can paint, or try to paint, an elephant here. Now the stage is fast approaching where we're going to actually sacrifice a little bit of the realism that we've put into the picture in favour of capturing some of the feeling. Are my bills currently affected by being an artist? Well, they're intermittent. Okay, let's have a look see here. Let's swap back onto those. We get some. Let's go back to our browns just briefly before this paint hardens too much. Did I say browns? I meant deep vermilions. Do me or one of my relatives work for you? That's a weird question. I highly doubt it. But maybe. It's not outside the realms of possibility. Paint a puddle. It's funny you say that. I was talking to someone last night who was talking with excitement about the thrills of an artist in the South Island of New Zealand who paints puddles. And I was bouncing off his passion for puddles more than anything. Pretty exciting, actually. You might lose lot, be missing some of my comments. I'm sorry. I do my best, Till. But sometimes I miss a few. So, I may be one of those guys that you need to give a few second chances to. Thanks, Victoria. Good to have you in here. I was sitting here getting lonely for a bit, Victoria. Kidding, guys, kidding, but I'm also waiting for Pink to show up. It's a bit of a random coincidence indeed. And he was talking about painting a place on New Zealand called Waiheke, which is an island. But he does it in interesting ways. And one of the interesting ways he does it is he goes over there and notices things that aren't typically painted. In this particular case, like a puddle. So, how wild. Well, I like that, Victoria. There we go. So we're going to over embellish these reds because I want their feeling to be part of the final result. Even once we come in with other colours, our blues, soft greens, excuse me. If anyone had fallen asleep, I just woke you up. I apologise. Is this already someone's? Or can I Thanks, Sharma. You're the second person to want this one, but I was saying earlier, Sharma, paintings in their early stages like this are similar to high school crushes. Yes, you're really into them right now, but trust me, as more layers go and as time goes by, it's going to change. And so what you love about it at this stage might be tucked under much more layers coming forward. So, give it some time. See if you fall in love with it. Oh, I was looking at that very confused. I was like, thanks guys. I was like, why is everyone blessing me? And I realised I sneezed. There may be more to come. Hay fever is a real thing, guys, and it can get you. Right. Let's grab some of this black. You know, like I said, you've already used black. Let's do some more. In a funny way though, Stacey, isn't every work of art a way of connecting with the artist? Every time I look at the Van Gogh Sunflowers or Starry Starry Night, I don't just see Starry Starry Night. And you're probably the same as me actually, but when you look at Starry Starry Night, I think there's a part of us which connects with who Van Gogh was, or what he was trying to show or do. I love the love for elephants, guys. Maybe we just keep doing elephants non-stop. Sid Gow, elephant painter. It's my future. The destiny that chose me. Wake up, paint 5 elephants, go to sleep, plan another 6 or 7. We could do this. The elephant market's booming. What do you think of the artwork, the Mona Lisa? I love it. I don't think it's finished. I think the Mona Lisa was actually painted as a commission for a gentleman, a merchant, a rich merchant, obviously. Commissioned the painting of his wife. That's what the Mona Lisa is. And one thing I see in the Mona Lisa is I believe that the painting was paused where it's at right now because he wanted to talk to the merchant and ask him what jewellery he wanted on the Mona Lisa. What did he want his partner to be wearing? And I believe a merchant wouldn't have just put her in a regular brown top. I believe he would have put her in a whole bunch of riches and jewellery. And if I was to guess which jewellery pieces she would be wearing, I'd be guessing a tiara and I'd be guessing a necklace, to just name 2. Now, if you look at the Mona Lisa, what are the 2 areas which are flat? There's no gradient, no real tone, they're just sitting there almost blank. Those 2 areas are where you put the necklace and where you put the tiara. So maybe he also knew that. And maybe he hadn't painted those areas out fully, like he'd done with the rest of the face, because he was planning to actually paint over it with metallic jewellery, which would have finished the painting off. And then he would have added in more detail. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe it is finished. But we'll never know. So I think the painting of Mona Lisa is all the basic parts finished, but I think then he was going to add on jewellery once the merchant said which jewellery pieces he wanted. That's my guess. Cheers, Victoria. And yeah, bear in mind, guys, that's not fact. That's just a point of view. Borderline just a rogue conspiracy opinion. It's called a rogue conspiracy opinion. That's probably the most accurate way to put it. But one thing that I did back when I was in art school was I got a picture of the Mona Lisa just in Photoshop and edited jewellery onto her, a tiara and a necklace. And when you do that, you know what happens? All of a sudden these areas which are flattened in the photo look beautiful. And she looks complete. And that's just led me to believe even more that yes, the Mona Lisa is an unfinished painting. That's good, actually. That's a compelling reason to do more elephants. Straight up serotonin. I like that. Have you ever done famous paintings in your style? Well, hopefully the ones that are done in my style will one day be famous. It doesn't matter if they are or aren't. But no, I've never painted Starry Starry Night or someone else's work. Always put by. Right. Let's have a look-see here. Let's have a look-see here. How is it that lighter colour paints are visible over dark? Some clever little tricks. No, the way it happens is the paint has mediums combined into it. So it goes on almost more like it's got a thicker viscosity, and so it goes on thicker as a result with more pigment. So it doesn't matter if it's going on top of black or green or blue, it'll have its smooth, powerful colour coming in there. Alright, I was joking. Yes. Let's see here. Here's a new colour. We've never used this colour on the live before. This is fresh. This is light olive green. It's just the colour we're after though. So, let's get a little bit of this. And this is going to be the undercoat inside the nature. Put down this brush, grab a small one, a little bit of this, grab that out of there. Here we go. I'm going to pour this in here, just a little bit. This is that stuff I was talking about that was going to thicken up the paint a little bit. Now, into this beautiful yellow. Mixed into a little bit of vermilion though. So it's going to have an ever so slight orangey touch to it. You see how this actually comes in here and begins to represent the nature surrounding the elephant, which is as important as the elephant space itself. Down through here. Now we're not afraid in these initial brush strokes to lose definition, to grab some of that primal, wild feeling. We can get definition back whenever we want it. Definition's easy. Real feeling, something authentic, paint stroke that's meaningful, both in how it's made and by being viewed. That's a challenge. So don't ever, or at least my advice is, don't ever stop yourself from adding expression to a piece of artwork, because you can also, always bring back definition to it. Thanks, Louise. This work hasn't solved, but we've had Sharma and is it Joel? A couple of people inquire. But like I say, let it run the course. Let it become the picture that it's going to become. And make sure you love it when it reaches that final stage. But for right now, just go on this journey with me. Let's see what it becomes. Most of all, let's not try and control it before it's even started its journey. Otherwise, it won't be unique. This elephant has to go on its own little trajectory, at its own little moments, for better or worse. But you're all good, Louise. I love your excitement, don't get me wrong. But enjoy it with me. And if it all goes wrong, and we end up with a giant picture of porridge instead of an elephant, that's okay. That's okay. That's the risk you always run. If you're trying to make real art, you're going to make real mistakes. We're not going to judge those mistakes. We're going to smile, get a new canvas, and maybe try and paint another elephant. There we go. Beautiful strokes of grass around here. Are you from South Africa? Well, that's fantastic. You're all good, Sharma. Don't think I'm shooting you down either. I'm just saying. Let's see what it becomes. See how we take it there. And not put pressure on it. If we put that pressure on it, we might choke the process. And that's the last thing we want to do to it. After all, when you're painting wilderness, there's even more responsibility to capture wilderness. Stand back and have a little bit of luck. Those tusks need more refining. This head's coming along really well. We'll keep going. Cheers, Sharma. Okay. There we go. Now the other thing that's occurring here is that the paint has got a fast drying medium mixed into it. So as soon as it touches the canvas, it's typically already drying. Which is good. especially if we plan on adding multiple coats onto it. Go. When did we start this, Sharma? We started this yesterday, and it's actually just a picture that's filling in some time between a couple of canvases I have getting their coat of gesso and their final coat of priming liquid to prepare them for painting. I wanted to start this morning, but I woke up, I had a look at them, and they weren't quite ready. They needed a little bit more love. Bear with me, guys. Got another sneeze coming, actually. Yeah. Bless me. Right. On that note too, though, I'm going to grab myself a little bit of coffee in this cup. And when I do that, I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee. Jeepers. Blue, blue, blue. We'll come back and attack it with some deep blues on a fresh plate. So I've got my light blues, I've got my tannish colours, and then deep blues need to encroach in here, in these areas, and capture some of the texture in the face. That's the plan. Sorry, Stephen. Yes, of course you can get pricing. At the moment, there's no originals currently on the website, but they are coming. I promised you guys that I'd have the online virtual gallery sorted by today. I'm a bit behind, but bear with me, because it is coming. And once it's up, all the work will be there, and you'll be able to go down through these chambers and rooms and look at all the different paintings, find the one you love, and inquire about it. Or just merely see all the details, how it's made, what it's painted on, what the canvas is made out of, what the wood that made the canvas is made out of, why the painting even exists. You'll have all those details. So it's just taking some time for me to put that in. They come yogurt, you know this cup? These make fantastic coffee cups. There's these yogurt and custard brands, and they're all over Europe, and they make these lovely, lovely mugs to go in. And it's the best, the absolute best. Now, cheers, Stephen. Appreciate that. I'm going to sort out this cup. I'll be right back. But I won't just disappear, otherwise you guys will be confused about what I do there. There we go. I'll just put that there. Give me just a second, guys. Oh, sorry, Taylor. Grabbing some water and a little drink. Chrissy Mrs. Jasmine. I'm shopping. Sorry. Right. Let me take this one down and replace it with this one. And then we have our, oh, it's not aqua. You thought it was aqua. It's not aqua. This is ultra marine blue, which I can only imagine is ever so slightly different. Ah, Victoria. I think you were correct though. I like espresso. I like it strong. Strong, fast, raw. I like it really, really strong. A lot of the time people can get coffee and mix too much milk with it, or mix too much water with it. I used to have a lot of water with it, long black, but now short black, just the espresso shot. You get about 3 sips out of it, but it's all power. It's good. I think it actually comes from a very, very funny place. Oh, Rick was correct. Yeah, this is an amazing plate from an op shop. The glaze on the plate's now gone. So the plate couldn't be used as a dinner plate that much anymore. The glaze is all cracked, but it's perfect as a painting plate. So here it is. Looking beautiful in the studio for us to appreciate. Good place for it to be. And there we are. So my parents used to always have flat whites. Flat white with trim milk. That was their coffee. And what would happen is I'd watch them get coffee after coffee from millions of different stores, over and over again. The white stuff's my medium, so the white stuff's going to go in there, make it dry fast, make it a little bit transparent, but make its pigment sit on top of the next layer, the last layer. So that's how I can paint over the top of black and keep that control punch in the paint. Here we go. Or it's just genuinely Anchor milk. Not paint thinner, not so much. I think the most similar thing I could liken it to help you understand the texture of it, would be PVA glue. But you can see it's a little bit more runny than that. So, it's great stuff. There's a bunch of different brands of it. I like this particular brand. Why? It's called Primal. And I've got a soft spot for that, because I think primal's a really fun word. Here we go. Here we go. Incoming. With that deep, deep blue. And over the top here. There we go. Have you ever thought about painting a map of New Zealand? Sam's. Will be quite fun. The thing is, Sam's, I like that idea. And there's so many ideas out there. But I like that one. Usually what happens though, is someone will come to me with their inspiration. Something they'd like to have painted. Something they're passionate about. And then my job is to use my craft, bounce off their passion, and make something special and unique. A work of art that's not another piece of craft, but is a piece of art all in itself. And if you're wondering what the difference there is, I believe craft is art done with repetition. But art is always unique and irreplicable. As in, there's only one of that piece. And they're both amazing. There's incredible craftsmen out there in the world. And sometimes a craftsman makes art. Sometimes a craftsman's that good at his craft that he actually produces art because it's that unique. I've got something like that. I've actually got some pieces in my possession of a craftsman who bridged the gap from woodwork, from the craft of woodwork, into making art. Do you guys want to see it? It's not in the room with me. I've got to leave the room to go get it, but it's possibly my favourite possession in this house. I was removed from art class once for a live painting. I was removed from art class once for a live painting. So the art class was live painting, or you were removed for live painting. Because I can imagine if unannounced you walked into the class and started painting a nude model, it would be quite distracting. Live model. So you showed up spontaneously with a live model, or you show up spontaneously with a live model, or you already had the class established. There we go. I'm going to get two things actually, because I'm using this medium, but it's a little bit, teeny tiny bit fumy, and in Victoria, I'm going to grab the thing I was talking about. Two things coming in. Have you ever seen one of these before? This isn't the art, sorry, Victoria. This here is an amazing machine. And I'm surprised I only heard about them long after I was an artist. This machine is a beautiful, beautiful unit that gently pulls any fumes. Button needs to go in. There we go. I'll put it in here so it's not in the way. There we go. Make sure it's working. There we go. And what this beautiful device does, and it is beautiful, is it gently pulls the fumes out of the room, and it tells you how much fumes are actually in the room. So right now it says the air is pure. But if you're using oils non-stop, these fumes can build up and build up, and you won't realise how potent the room can get in and amongst all that chaos that can be going on. Love a good air purifier. Yes, Kyle. Game changer when you're a painter. Now, the pieces of art I was talking about, let's grab those. I'm coming back with it in my possession. Here we go. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. This is it here. This is absolutely beautiful. So my uncle made this piece, and the reason why this is really special, a couple of reasons. First off, the wood it's made out of. It's with this amazing African wood, which keeps this intense. If you can see it there, it's almost scarlet or crimson red. Very intense. And the beauty in this piece here, and I have to bring it right up for you to see it. Giant bit of wood, yes. And then it goes to this beautiful African wood, half the size, half the size, half the size. It's exactly half the size until the last piece, you get down to just a slither on the end here. So there's so much detail there in the very end, all the way down to the simplicity at the start. And I love this because it's a chopping board. It's a chopping board. But the simplicity going to complexity and the beauty in how it's made. I'll never cut on this. This is on the wall. This is a wall piece to me. And it's been oiled wonderfully, gently, over and over and over again to make this. So, yeah, never used. It never will be used. This is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. You couldn't put this in a store. This is the sort of thing that I talk about when craft becomes art. So, craft is art done with repetition, but there's only one of those. There's no more. There's one. And yeah, it's there. So, lucky me, right? Anyway, back to what we were doing. Right. Capturing those deep lines that cascade over that snout. Snout? Trunk. Get your words right, Sebastian. There we go. That's a very confusing comment there, Clover. Here we go. Thanks, Ellen. Who is that? Yeah, the red is absolutely fantastic, Victoria. I think red goes really well on an elephant, regardless. And there's probably going to be a bit of a primary element to this piece. Primary element in terms of, at the moment, it's constructed with 3 colours. Predominantly. blue, yellow, and red. And that simplicity. Sunset elephant. Yeah, indeed. The blue grabs those black areas. And makes them pop out more. Smooths them out so they're not aggressively in the picture. They highlight shadow, but the blue makes them friendly. Sounds cheesy. It does though. Otherwise, you see the beautiful reds, but you never get attracted to the blacks. The blue makes you attracted to the black. Pink. I'm starting to miss you, Pink. I was wondering, is Pink going to show up? Or has Pink forgotten all about us? It's like Pink's found a new channel. It was only a matter of time before he found a artist that was preferred. And thanks, Chrissy. Appreciate that. Yeah, so see what we're talking about here, Taylor? I say, painting will keep changing, and those hot reds, popping yellows, will give way to these softer blues that come in there and mellow the elephant out, which will then give way to more blacks that try and define the wrinkles, and give way to a whole lot more white that highlights the patches up the trunk and the tusks. So the painting will keep changing. And welcome to the team, Jodo. I was there for one a couple of days ago, just didn't say anything. So sneaky. You and Cheryl both, you love that little fly on the wall technique. Just hanging out there, seeing what's going on. Popping the occasional lol in there. Don't get me wrong, I like your style. But and it does show me in the top left right hand corner, it shows me two faces of people that are currently involved. Two faces of regulars. So sometimes Cheryl doesn't think I can see her. She thinks she came in while I was painting and she's all sneaky. But sometimes I can see her up there. Same goes for you, Pink. Here we go. Ivan's on the way. We'll see you later, Ivan. Thanks for coming on in. And who's that? Who just joined? That's Hart. Welcome to the team, Hart. What? There we go. I have my rankings on, so it's visible on the top viewers section. Oh. I always love it. You teach me something new about this TikTok thing every day. Appreciate you. There we go. Well, Jodo, I'm doing what I love. It's a Saturday morning. It's 10 to 10. I get to gently paint colour onto an elephant. Pretty fun Saturday morning, if you ask me. Well, Pink, maybe you can tell me something else. A new thing's appeared on the stream. Now, I don't fully understand it. It wasn't there before, and now it sits there staring at me. Right below where it says how many team members we have. And it says Rising Star, no, 25. Thanks, Jodo, you absolute champion. Yeah, I typically can find too, Jodo, that when I'm painting, because it's also work, I can tell if I'm putting the right energy into it. When I say the right energy, the right attitude towards it, because the paint strokes will sort of transpose the way you feel onto the canvas. They'll be lethargic, they'll be bored, they'll be angry, they can be happy, they can be vibrant, they can be relaxed. You've got the ability to get the way you feel and put it onto the canvas. Rising Star is the amount of gift. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, I don't think we're ever going to beat those streams that have the people sleeping that you try and wake up with roses, but we'll hang out here. Based on where you're from, it shows you people. Oh, that's fun. I see, I see. From Australia and New Zealand. See, that's a pity though, in my mind, that's a pity. And the reason that's a pity is I like the fact that on TikTok and live streams you can connect with people all over the world. It's arguably more fun. Don't get me wrong, Kiwis. I love hanging out with you. And Aussies too. You're both fantastic. Don't get it wrong, but I do like connecting with people all over the show. I think that's really fun. When you're American, I'll use a VPN. Huh. There you go. There we are. See you later, Taylor. All the best. If you want to see how the elephant progresses too, Taylor, you can see it on YouTube later. I'm still uploading old reruns at the moment, but we'll catch up, and when we catch up, these should be coming up sooner rather than later. What's the next colour we put in here? What is the next colour? We're gonna get softer shade. Joanne Brilliant. And Naples Yellow. Green. Justin, it is. And this morning's an exciting morning because this morning I got back the photos of them. So they are coming up. Get excited. I'm going to share it into the, once I get it all uploaded and the print's ready, I'll share it into the Art of Painting broadcast. And we can start. Your vote's on pastels. Can't get enough pastels. Yeah, pastels are fun, Victoria. I'm with you. Let's go. Let's get that in there. To be fair, it's a little bit close to a pastel. I think I was saying earlier about understanding yourself though when you're painting. looking at the work you're making, looking at how you feel about it, and really understanding both how you start a painting session and finish one. Were you painting with the right attitude, in the right way? Were you smiling, or were you forcing a smile? Because that'll be represented in the painting. You need to paint like you genuinely want to make and create what's in front of you. That you're interested in the curves, and the colours, and the moments. Here we are. Let's make that face pop. I would love to, but that from you, that's awesome. Thanks, Joe, appreciate that. So these colours come in there. They have a massive impact on defining those facial features. If you knew this elephant, those strokes would be the ones that would help you recognise it, or where those wrinkles land. There we go. It's going to remind me of those painted elephants from India. Those painted elephants? Do you mean the, is it a different picture or the one that I did the other day? The other month? Zambezi. That was really fun to make. Here we are. Now, Naples. Fairly similar, actually. We might even go ahead and grab some of this. Another colour we haven't used. This is Rose di Venice, or Venetian. Venetian pink. It's not pastel. It's more, more bricky, clay. You have to Google them, they look amazing. I will. Cheers, Pink. And hello to Jenny. How you doing? Yeah, we haven't had a bricky colour that we can use straight out of the tube. This is unique. Usually, we're always combining colours to make it happen. So, let's see where this can take us though. Hello Arthur, how are we doing? There we go. Just touches. Just touches. And then through here as well. Perfect. Those are the loudest land mammals on Earth. There you go. I don't know. I've heard babies be pretty loud sometimes. I kid. I like how you started the outline, a person guessed it immediately. Yeah, I barely did 2 strokes around here. I thought we were going to get to, I don't know where we're going to get to, I just thought we'd get much, much deeper pink. I was very surprised. It almost ruined the, I mean, his talent in guessing almost ruined the game. Here we go. dabble this around here. So again, giving attention to those areas that you normally ignore, that background. Not overdoing it, but just enough that you can appreciate there's something behind him, something around him or her. Who can, is this a male or a female elephant? We need the elephant spotter back from yesterday. Hey Richie Rich, how you doing? Everyone was ready. Yeah, everyone was ready. Everyone was good to go. Here we go. A little bit in there. Those paint strokes are almost like you're writing. Yeah, a little bit. Just with the way the texture works around those areas. JB, thanks for sharing. Can't complain. Good place to be. Good place to be. Put down that one. Pick up this one. Males usually have longer tusks. If you're asking for confirmation from me, I cannot give it, but I do believe you at the same time. It sounds right. I'm backing you, Victoria. One subscriber away from the goal. Yeah, we're super close, JV. One elephant lover. Somewhere out there might see this and think, you know what? Seb's alright. You can see your hand. Yes, you can. You should be able to see two of them if you look carefully. Seb really does. Oh, thanks, Pink. Thank you very much. I think the ability to just disassociate from the fact that it is an animal and just enjoy the shapes and shadows of the face. Maybe that's the brand, Clover. Maybe the brand is. What do you do as an artist, Seb? Oh, I basically just do Abraham Lincoln pictures and elephants. Is that it? Is that it? That's everything. Files de pintado, files mirando como penta es trompa ja 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 ja. Not following. Not a Chinese elephant. What's the difference? I think the most beautiful part of an elephant is this part right here. Right, the part between its eyes as it goes down to tusks and there's those folds of skin. That's where I think the beauty. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate you. Now we're going to get more of a luxurious, deep colour in there. Time to have some dramatic effect on the painting. I love that. Yeah. Get Zambezi River. So you got Zambezi River, which has the elephants from a distance, and then you got this one, which is the elephant from right up close. Thanks, JB, you champion. And then you've got, I mean, I don't think we'd go closer than this, or it would get probably too wild and abstract, but then, yeah. And then we do one from a huge distance, like an African landscape. So do a series of 3. Far, medium, close. Thanks. Who's that there? Jude. You're a champion, Jude. Appreciate you. Now, a bit more of this here. That's an African. Fantastic. Well, that's good, because I've sort of been focusing on those warm Sahara wild colours. But this one is going to be a wild card coming in here. Here we go. This is Terre Verde. Terre Verde, which is this deep, deep green. We're going to slash that around a few of these areas. And bring out a bit more light into our elephant. Here we go. Well, light and darkness. Dark to the light areas, but it will do beauty to the black. Here we go. Here we go. Goodbye, Ruba. I hope whatever you do with your day, you enjoy yourself and do it well. Movement. Get some of that in this elephant. Don't let it become lethargic. Keep that bounce in it. Thanks, Victoria. It's like Victoria's in her house right now. She's got a heat pump on full rip, and it's right behind her, just blasting like 32-degree air down her back. And she's looking at this picture going, feels so warm. What type of acrylics do you use? And what is the stuff you pour in there? So, and Steve. Thanks for joining the team, Steve. And we've just reached the subscription goal. You bunch of absolute champions. Much love to you all. I'm glad the elephant got us there. That was very exciting. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm sorry about that, Victoria. And hello, Ryan. Ryan, you may have just missed it. Steve's just joined us as a subscriber. So, Steve, I don't know if you have it or not, but download Discord and TikTok will give you access to the Discord channel. It's just a place where I typically try and post as often as I can and just share painting stuff with you guys behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. That's the fun. Here we go. All around here. For the paintings, the process. So you see how this Terra Verde is just coming in here and it's stopping that blue, and the blue was quite intense over those blacks. But the Terra Verde has this effect of mellowing it out almost like mud on the elephant. It gives those areas of warmth though even more pop. It's this beautiful, beautiful tone of green comes in here. Never ever be afraid of those muddier, darker colours for the effect that they can have to make the whole piece just contrast in the most beautiful popping way. Sometimes what work might be missing is that intensity given only through contrast. Thanks, Joseph, I appreciate that. It's pretty exciting that we reached the subscriber goal. The question is, guys, when you reach your goals, you have to set a new one. So, where do we set the goal to? What do we do? What's the new goal? Here we go. $21. But we're on 30. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Here we go. Have a good paint day, Seb. Thanks, Chrissy. I will see you later. And Wendy, welcome to the team, Wendy. It's absolutely lovely to have you here. Here we go. Enough of that green. But you can see there already the huge impact a little bit of green can have. Now, Mars Violet, is this going to be perfect colour? Perfect colour. It's like a reddish brown. Go. What a beautiful smile, Wendy. It's an emoji. Here we go. We're going to add just a little bit less of liquid into this brown, so it does sit on top with far more pigmentation. I like how different people have different favourites too. You know, I was out last night. I was at a bar. Naughty me. I was a sober driver, so there's nothing too wild, but I was there talking to a gentleman who had fallen in love with the waterfall picture that we were doing before, and he was quizzing me saying, when does it go available? And he was wanting all the details. And it was really cool because some people love Lincoln, some people love Mahalo, Zambezi, elephants. Everyone's unique and everyone has their own favourites. Hey Jade, how you doing? Good to have you here. And I think it's really special that everyone can have their own favourites. And for me personally, it's really, really hard to play favourites. Because as soon as you do, you start looking at another one going, but that has this quality, that quality, and this unique story, and that, this and that. So there's really even in one artist's style, the ability for everyone to have their own unique favourite is pretty special. I've been good, Jade. You're totally fine too. I'm a little bit behind on the uploads at the moment, so but once they all go up, you'll be able to get the free plays within 12 hours of it happening, once I catch up. I figured out that it's much, much easier to upload the replays via a laptop than it is via phones and iPads. So that's drastically sped us up. And Jay Delper, I need you to book your meeting time. If those times don't work as well, Jay, do not worry one little bit. Just message me or email me and tell me a time that does work, and we'll make a special time for you. So we'll make it work. In the interim though, Jay, I've got your canvas here and I've primed it. It's got one more coat to go until it's ready. And it's looking absolutely beautiful. Is using high quality paints to improve the painting, or is it based on the painter? Okay, that's a good question. There are very expensive paints out there you can get. But once you get to archival quality, archival is a term that you want to listen for. That's the buzzword. Archival quality means that the paint itself, well, it won't yellow or fade over time. You want paint that keeps its intensity. So archival is designed to go into museums, so it will last indefinitely. Wherever you take it, wherever you put it. Your favourite animal, Kyle? Fantastic. That's exciting. I'll just get that sorted there. And give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to pull this out of the way a little bit. Put this over here. Turn that off, that's annoying. There we go. Take these off here. These off here. And bring this over here. We do have an absolute army of elephant fans at the end of the day, which is pretty fun. Here we go. How are we looking? Yeah, so in the picture right now, tusks will become a little bit less predominant when we add some more of those blacks and browns into them. And thanks, Ryan, you champion, appreciate you. And background needs some love. At the moment it's framing the elephant a little bit. I don't mind that, but we'll see where that goes. There is actually a white line across this part, but probably, there's a white line here and a white line up top, so probably it will have this framing halo effect towards the end of it. We'll definitely need a smaller brush too to come in here and do this florage that comes up in here. Little dots of these little, what are they? Seeds or something on the plant, so we'll find out. We'll find out. And then the trunk here has lots and lots of wrinkles and detail up here, right through the focal point of the picture. Lots of these wrinkles. Here, for some reason, we didn't do that with a lighter colour, but we will. This is what's fantastic about being a human though. When you're a human and you're painting, you can get sidetracked. A computer or an AI, they don't get caught on side quests, distracted. They don't start over-focusing on one thing and forgetting about the rest. These are human qualities. So the journey itself, the journey is the beauty in a piece of art. So if I put one of your pieces on the spot in the afternoon, sorry, hold on. If I put one of your pieces in a spot that gets a lot of sun in the afternoon, it'll be okay. It depends on the piece. It depends on the piece. So definitely the quality of the paint will mean it will last better, but you still need to look after paint, especially if you're using a lot of epoxies. With epoxies, they will yellow over time. The sun will get in there and break down the crystal clear liquid glass effect and will start to yellow it. And so to avoid that, you can cover it with, do I have it out here with me? I don't. I've got a special coat that I put over it, which is a UV protective coat. So it's like the similar stuff that you'll put over cars actually, to keep their colour nice and popping. It's a UV protective coat, and with that coat, it does turn the work glossy. So if you're going for more of a satin finish, you can affect that. I haven't shown the reference, Victoria. Let's do it. Here we go. This is the elephant we're working to, so hold on. I'll hold it down here. There we go. Sorry for the picture folding up. Elephant, elephant. That's what we're working to. Pow. Put that back up there. There we go. Those corners fold back a little bit. Hello Jan, how you doing? Now, I wonder if, as well, can I come in here, go like this, and then go, I need to get this, and go, start new, customize, there we go, fixed it. Oh my god, I'm getting good at this. Perfect, sorted team. To get a zoom, of course we can get a zoom. That's fair enough. And then I'm going to sit down, have a little sip. And so let's have a look-see here. Let's go into, where are we going to go? Let's go here, right into the forehead. In we go. Wild paint, cracking over each other in a giant, messy way. Messy, messy paint. We're still building up a lot more layers. It needs it. And in fact, this gives me a thought. I need to give this even more wild paint. I think we've been too controlled, too restrained on the colour. So let's fix that. Let's get some wildness into this picture. First up, purple. Swap that one. Whoop. Lost the tube. With that one. Thanks for that. I have a wall with your name on it. But, oh, perfect. I can't wait. That sounds very exciting, Jade. Let me just spin this around again. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right. Little back click. Good. Good, 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 good. I'll hang out for just a second, and when 9.9 ticks over to 10, I'll get going again. Save us using the 5-minute timer since I've already had a bit of a break. Thanks, Jude. The beauty of painting. Capturing feelings on a canvas, expressing them through layers. Purple. Deep, dark purple too. Alright, let's do this. Thanks, Ren. Appreciate you. Right. Whoa. Splash a little bit on myself. Just there. For all the people who ask how does he not get any on himself, now you know. It's just a lie. It's just a lie. You buy them from second-hand shops. Not a lot of my clothes are brand new. Most of them I've got from places. Second-hand shops and off shops. And I like them. Let's get this in here. There we go. Make this elephant pop for me. Longer strokes. Is the elephant from India? We've just got confirmation in that this elephant is a African elephant. Oh, let's stand. There we go. Richard, if you want to get shirts, the best place to go, especially if you're planning on painting in them, op shops. Go to those second-hand shops, get those clothes, and look snazzy while you paint. Because you'll paint the way you feel. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you'll feel the way you look. So, we're gonna go next, just down through here. There we go. Now it's starting to get me, team. Now, this elephant is starting to make me feel peaceful. Those blacks aren't so intimidating up close. They're relaxing, pulling back a little bit. With a t-shirt. Look, honestly, if you're after a very particular style, you've got sizes that fit you in the op shop that you go to. And once you're in there, the clothes that fit, that's you, baby. And you can walk out of there with them knowing that not only did you get a great deal, but also you've now got clothes that helped look after the planet. Because you gave clothes around too. Good place to be. And that way if someone throws away one of my shirts or rips one of my shirts, it's not like, look what you've done. It's all good. Don't worry about a thing. Op shopping for furniture. Yeah, go for gold, Jade. I love that. The 2 chairs currently in my house, I paid $350 for from an op shop. How wild's that? $350 from an op shop, and the reason behind it was they were something like $3,000 or $5,000 retail, I forget. But the beauty behind it was that these chairs were so comfy, and so it was well outside the budget I went to this op shop with. But by jingoes, I was excited about them because they're so comfy. So now, I tell no lie, I watch Netflix from an office chair. And that's my life now. All right. Here we go. Perfectos. We love a bargain. They have so much. That's the thing. Sometimes the thing I like the most is I'm quite a boring buyer. So when I go to a store, I'll see a shirt I like and I'll buy 3 of them. I'll be like, that's my style now. This is me. I wear typically baby blues, navy blues, jeans, black pants, those regular black jackets with the big tooth style hook in front. Boring, not boring clothes, just regular simple style. But when I go to an op shop, I'm forced outside my comfort zone. I'll get things in long sleeve that I wouldn't normally get like that. I'll get things that browns, blues, oranges, reds, greens, because it's there, it's your style, it fits you, and it's $2. And now all of a sudden you're wearing all this stuff, which is not normally you, but it's becoming you. It's widening your spectrum of what you is. I like that for fashion. See you later, Jade. Bye. Jade's like, actually, no, continue that lecture on op shopping. Here we go. And so a lot of my style now when it comes to clothing has been adjusted by clothes that I've almost been forced into via op shops. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, click that back a little bit. Let's add this in here. There we go. Is this a paint by? I swear people do that just to make me like be confused for a moment and not quite sure of what to say. A paint by number. Jeepers, imagine. Seb's had a massive change in his philosophy. He now paints exclusively by numbers. He's using colour in books to make it, to do it. Look, painting by numbers is very therapeutic, don't get me wrong. But it forces you into a box. Instead of caring about who you are as a person and what you want to make and how you want to make it, it says to you, this is what you will make. And if you don't make it, someone else will. And I feel like that takes away from the creative spirit. The raw creativity that wants to make a piece of artwork, make it unique and special. And somewhat claim that this, yes, This is paint by numbers. Everything was meticulously planned. Every little mistake planned. Every part of it. There we go. Perfect. This is acrylics, but they'll look like they hold their colours. Very similar to the way oils would. Because everyone's like, oh, he says this a million times. Because he adds things into the paint to make it behave differently. Naughty. You can add all sorts of things into paint. Experiment. Find out what you like to add into it. Try water. Water's a great place to start. Costs very little money. Try PVA glue. If only to tell the differences between PVA glue and water, give that a go. Try... What next? Try. Gloss mediums. Thick gel mediums. What else could you use? Some people even add sand into their pictures. Go figure. A little bit of sand. Make it really pop. Here we go. I was going to grab a new colour, but I think actually I'm going to combine this rose. What was it called? Venetian pink into a little bit of our purple. Let's see where this takes us. Yes, pink. This is a new shade of pink. How wild can you get? How wild. Can't go wrong with any shade of pink. This is true. This is true. The one thing I don't like to do with pink is to add the what's the shade? Green. Lime green with pink is such a challenge. Hard to deal with. Gotta go do some laundry? You go do your thing. You go do your thing. Here we go. Bounce this around here. Really? Yeah, well I don't, is this about the greens? I don't know, green and pink always just, sometimes it pops, but sometimes with paint, with the browns and the blues and the things around it, they just feel like they don't get along as well. But maybe that's just me. Cosmo, you're right, I take it all back. I'll start using more greens with pinks. In fact, I will atone myself right now, because what I'll do is I'll grab lime green straight after this and hammer it onto this elephant and see what happens. Nearly 1 AM. You're all good, Brian. I'll catch you on the flip side. If you can't sleep, I'm not going anywhere. I'll try not to drop a plate, but you can come and hang out. One of the cutest things you can do with your partner is actually jump on a, if you've got the internet, unlimited internet of course, jump on a Instagram video chat or a Facebook call and just leave them there. Just go to sleep and have them there on the bedside table. And weirdly enough, even though they're not there and you're both asleep, and all you get is just a slight static, maybe the occasional shuffle, perhaps a toot, you will feel like you're there with them in a cute little way. Yeah, I like it too, Pink. It's like, it's really growing on me when someone's like, right, it's 2 a.m. here, I'm checking out. And someone else is like, hey, it's 7 a.m, I'll just hang out for 15 minutes before I charge off to work. It's kind of cool. I like the levels. I like the levels. Okay. That's right, I'm atoning green. I'm grabbing this intense green colour to apologise for thinking that they don't work well together. Although you may watch this and you'll be like, he was right, those are terrible colours. They should never be used in conjunction with each other. Right, sap green. I've already got some titanium white here on this tray. So the sap green's going to go in there. I'll mix it in a little bit and we'll see what we get. I can't see the elephant's eyes though. Oh no. Oh no. They'll come. It's a very small detail. The eyes, probably like 0.3% of the overall work. So our focus wants to be on the other 99.7%. That's where the artwork's made. If you paint San John, Puerto Rico, how much would it be? It depends. Where are we shipping it to? What size are you after? There's tons of details, but let's not go into it here. The best thing to do, jump on the link in my bio, and from that link, you can fill out the commission form or do all those sorts of things from that. Smallest paintings I do are about 24 inches by 33 inches, which is this size right here actually. We don't go smaller than this. So, if you go smaller than this, you sort of risk losing. You can't do expressive brushstrokes, you're too tight and confined. Perfect, David. Looking forward to hearing from you. I'd love to do that. We're getting a really, really eclectic bunch of landscapes, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. One that's coming up as well is New York. So we've done Santa Fe, we've done the Milford Track, we've done the Hawkdun Range, and now we've got New York coming up, hopefully Puerto Rico. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. What I reckon I'd really like, I'd love to go on an escapade. If I was going to do a set of paintings now, and you asked me right now, I had to choose, what am I going to do? I need to choose to do the American National Parks, one after another, or travel around the national parks and actually paint the national park in the national park, or go to or do each state. Because we've already done Montana, Santa Fe, and New York. About to do New York, but Montana and Santa Fe, you're pretty special. Santa Fe, well, Santa Fe is not a state, but we've done Montana, the treasure state. And Nari, welcome to the team. Sam, thanks for joining in. Good to have you here. We just lost Ryan. We now have Sam. It's a good day. What do you use for a base? What do I use for a base? It's a good question. I use a couple of things. I prime first with a gesso layer, but I use see-through gesso So I don't want to start with white. White's such a cheesy thing to start with. It's exhausting for me to always think, all right, let's kick off with white. So, clear gesso. And then, after you've done clear gesso, move on to, what's the next one? After you're finished with clear gesso, move on to yeah, it's looking a little bit Christmassy, but I'm a fan of it, Pink. I think we've done something special. Then I use a substance which can only be likened or understood through by just saying it's similar to PVA, because it dries very, very flat. And you want a very flat surface to start painting on. I want very little tooth, almost zero. That's what I want. Do we just call the painting that? Strawberries and watermelons? Everyone's trying to Google for the painting, they can't find it. Because it's under strawberries and watermelons. Everyone's confused because when they search strawberry and watermelons, a picture of the elephant keeps coming up. We can make it a thing. Here we go. Let's dance around here. Brandy, you're a fine girl. Sorry, I know your ex used to say that. I'll stop. Can't promise I won't say it next time though. It's the eyes as black as seeds. They are black eyes though. But we will. But just because you want eyes to be there, doesn't mean you suddenly. Let's get that out of there. There we go. Doesn't mean you suddenly prioritize eyes over everything else. That's just silly. We're going to keep grabbing colours as we see them, splashing them around, and seeing where it takes us. There we go. That's okay, he's a good guy. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely to hear. You've broken up on very good terms. There we go. You woke up to this, Chris. That's exciting. That's exciting. Unless it's not, in which case I'm sorry. There we go. Hello, Kevin. Yes, please. There we go. Where else are we going to go with this colour? Up through here. Down through here. Bouncing along here. Hey Sarah, how you doing? Alright, guys. Pause for a second. I know we're all thanks Dari, appreciate you. I know we're all enjoying the elephant, but now it's time to let the elephant rest for a moment. To let that paint dry so it doesn't go on too thick. Unless, before we do that, we might just hit a few little spots with some black. Just so we can see those eyes pop. Let's go, let's just do it. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to pause on the elephant, let it dry, and then let it rest and be cozy. Drying time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But we've got some other fun ones to do. So let's take down the elephant, and let's grab the other one we've been working on. The other one we've been working on. I sent through a picture of this one to, hello Shanley, how you doing? How are you? To JC this morning. He was gutted he missed it. But that's okay. Bring your landscape to life. Here we go. I'm doing good. Let's reach behind here. There we go. There we go. How's that for positioning? There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's get this sorted. Welcome back, Sharma. What do you paint on the sides? Around the sides of it? That depends. There's a different answer for everyone. It depends what you want to do and how you want to finish it. But the biggest question you have to ask, regardless of how you finish it, if someone asks you why, if someone asks you why, do you have a compelling answer? So usually, one of the things I will do is add a floating frame onto the work. Let's get this screwed up tight there. And the floating frame, there we go, bring that forward to there. Let's bring you guys down to here. Here we go. Beautiful. The floating frame's an amazing thing because it actually creates a separation between the art and the rest of the world, which allows it to exist in its own little universe almost. But I'll just bring you to Jeepers. It's a wide work. Can we get the whole thing in the shot? There we go. Perfect. Fantastic. All right, now we're there. Okay. My interest is the African mask. When you go to finish it. The Aku Aku one. We're putting that one on pause right now while we do this one here. But Sharma, sorry, what are you apologising for? Hello, Robert, how are we doing? Oh, yes. Oh, Sharma, you're wanting them both, that's right. Well, Sharma, you might end up owning them both. Who knows? Now let's grab these line touches on top of the slope. There we go. Pink's giggling at what's been said. You're all good, Sharma. This is exactly where you're supposed to be after 2 glasses of wine. It's funny too because some people are enjoying their first glasses of coffee. Or a bottle. Or a bottle. Whatever takes your fancy. There we go. This paint looks like frost in Canada. That's exactly where this is from. This is frost in Canada. So, sounds like we're on the right track, right? Sounds like we are on the right track. Now, how am I going to make this happen here? I mean, it's 11 o'clock. Maybe I need a bottle of wine. Get more of that cool feeling behind those trees. There we go. There we go. Greens. We might get a little bit of the sap green. Touch some little areas with it. Just touches. That's because it's a Canadian landscape thing. So it's got to be minty fresh. She's not happy. Chris, who's not happy? Maybe we can cheer her up. Here we go. Jude. Yeah, the greens are a nice soft touch. They'll fall back as the painting progresses. But right now, they can have their moment in the sun. Let's get that sorted there. moment in the sun. Do you put something on a painting between the layers? No, I add things into the paint, but not normally in between the layers. Sometimes, actually. Sometimes I'll add in a thick liquid glass layer. And what that will do is it will make a barrier about 5 millimeters thick, third of an inch, between one coat and the next, so on different angles, you can see through it. And that's really fun. I love that effect. But only sometimes. Again, the same question comes in. The why. Why did you do that? And if you can answer that, I did this for this reason, or that reason. That's when it's proper art. Not just random chaos. Chaos with reason. Hey Nina. Let's drop this one. Let's get 30 verde. Here we go. Not my finest pour. Think it is a Saturday. This is how I'm spending my Saturday. Hanging with you guys. Painting. There we go. And then over here. Just gently into these slopes. More of that red. Crisp. Cheers, Pink. Who knows though? Might come out with some crazy plans for a Saturday night. Catch everyone off guard, be like, yo, your boy's going to the casino to throw dice. This is true, Pink. That's an important part of the equation. There we go. thick colour. Any more paintings for today? After this one? Well, I do have a few more boards. But, excuse me. Bless me. But, we will see. We will see. I don't know myself yet, Pink. We might just keep leaping backwards and forwards between this landscape and the elephant, or we might find more. Hello, Scud. Been a while. Been a hot minute. Adding colour just makes it pop. Oh yeah. Converting over those black areas into something with just a little bit more pop and beauty. No, but this was a photo from someone in particular. So, one of my original OG fans had a photo they sent in. Well, had a few landscapes they sent in. Joey. And I always said when I got the opportunity, I'd paint it, I'd make it. And now that we're in between a few canvases waiting for them to dry, with their priming coats going on them, today was the opportunity. Yesterday was the opportunity. And so I started it. Started making this landscape, capturing some of the beauty of this crazy, wild place in Canada. Oh, it's crazy. Like, it feels cold, but surreal and welcoming. All the things at the same time. There we go. There we go. Now let's bounce off this and dive into some. It's going to be over here, I think. Back to our roses. It's not actually that much of a novel voice. This voice is literally the status quo in New Zealand. Nothing too special about it. Your robot accent. Thanks, Cyril. Cyril. Here we go. Oh! Splashed a bit there. Yeah, man. There we go. Have a great day. Cheers, Scud. I'll catch you later. Thanks for popping by. Always appreciate that. Now we're going to get some more of those crisp, rosy colours. Down to the base. Down to the base, down to the base. Ooh. Not up there. So, inspiration hit. Cheers, David. I don't like that term though. If you've been around here a few times, you'll know. I prefer the term motivation. I think as you're painting, you get inspiration. I think so many people are expecting it before they start. I think motivation makes you start. And then once you've started, inspiration keeps you going. Motivation and chaos. Well said, Pink. Well said. Here we go. Right. Titanium white. This is the next colour we need. A little bit in here. It looks finished. It kind of is. Think about a person, 30 years old, 20 years old. They look complete in that individual moment. But they've still got further to go, don't they? Sorry, just getting a little paint off my shirt. So this looks completed, but it's not. It's got more to go. Although it looks beautiful in this part of its journey, it may be. But it doesn't stop here. This part of the journey is just a part for you and me to enjoy. Before it disappears below more layers. And becomes something not entirely different, but different. Hey Mason, how you doing? I like it when each individual layer too isn't just hell-bent on reaching a conclusion, but it almost has its own personality. Makes it warmer, makes it colder, makes it this, makes it that. I love that. There we go. Here we go. Again, another colour. Over the top. Greetings from London, the United Kingdom. Welcome. And Millie, welcome. Long. long brush strokes through the space. 12 a.m. Look at you go. Just got home from town. You're now relaxing in bed. You're planning on flicking through some TikToks. Hopefully get a little serotonin hit before closing your eyes, falling asleep. And now you're here, watching a Kiwi artist paint in the middle of a Saturday. And a small part of your mind, though it doesn't clock out, just sits there and thinks, well, this is quite nice. Thanks, Aurelian. Great name, by the way. And cheers, Millie. Millie Eve. Same story. If it goes into the sky, we reflect it down here in this water. That's how we get that reflection. Colours match. From Mexico, Millie. Well, what an absolute pleasure, Millie. Welcome from Mexico. I'm going to guess CDMX. Yeah, it's a Saturday. It's a party day, but it's laid back. Here we go. I feel like someone's out there watching the new movies. Everyone's, the new movies? Yeah, indeed. Now, why does this feel like it's catching? It's okay. Barbie. And is it Oppenheimer? I forget. Barbie vibe with those colours. Maybe we should give it a Barbie vibe. Maybe it has got a Barbie vibe. Maybe we should be painting Barbie right now. Maybe we will. Maybe that's the next thing we'll do. More art for the collection online, Cyril? Yes, indeed. So currently those are just the prints. And there are a few more prints inbound, which is pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that because there's about 12 prints up there at the moment. Barbie made a comeback. Barbie did make a comeback. There's about 12 prints up there, but about 3 or 4 of them are sold out. So, when the next 4 go by, then a slightly bigger collection. More landscapes, more portraits, historical figures, all the fun stuff. Here we go. Grab a bit of this. I heard the movie is heartfelt and deep, so looking forward to watching it. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those movies that surprises you. You'll be like, Barbie, it's just another one of those classic cash grab big movies. And then when you get in there, I think people are in there getting invested. Like, I think it's got things in there with an effort to capture you, to make you love it. I was waiting for more prints. I only saw 5, but I could have missed the others. There should be some more coming, but are there 5? They're on the website? The sold out ones, they're not a pair. I forget. Have a few cocktails before watching Barbie. There you go, there's the advice. It's just coming. Professional advice. Just have a few cocktails before watching. Thanks, Angel. You're making some lovely comments, but you've got yourself caught on that caps lock button again. There we go. It's just so tempting, Pete. It's right there. You push it, and then all of a sudden it's all on. Capital Letters Anonymous. I think you need to join Capital Letters Anonymous there, Angel. But we do appreciate having you here. But go easy on the caps lock. Otherwise, if anyone's got a headache, you've just been being too loud. Yeah, top of this one here. There we go. And then down through here. Just little bits. As we start adding more of this too, and the brush strokes take different shapes, you'll also start to notice that the back falls back. I see that too, Jude. It was pretty wild when we first put it up. It had that eerie, cold feeling to it. And now as we continue to add, it went to a minty green, warm, Juan brilliant. And now the purple's bringing in, what is the purple bringing in? Depth to the picture, perspective. And that's quite cool, I like that. Good morning from South Africa. Welcome. And Gianni, welcome. There we go. Those Trix yogurts that you mix and the colours all swirl. Very creative name for water painting if we go for it. There we go. Where else do we go? There we are. Perfect. What's next on the agenda for this one? Probably a little bit of white. We've skipped it so far. There we go. Right. Righty tight, whitey white. There we go. Stack up a bunch of this. Stay hydrated. Pink's right, guys. Pink is right. Stay hydrated. What a line. What a line. It's true. It's true. Don't drink enough water. Need to drink more. Good night from the UK. Iden, Get some sleep. We will see you later. Here we are. Just capturing those tops of those hills there. What an awesome, oh, thanks Arden. Hope you have a great night as well. Let's check that in there. A little bit over the top there. Around the edges there. Any plans for the rest of summer? Ooh, a whole lot more art, Pink. Pictures after pictures, but for you it's summer. Over here, it is in the depths. Landscape's your favourite, PJ, that's exciting. Here it's in winter, it's cold. Miserable and cold. It's not miserable, but it's cold. It is cold. There we go. Take that off the brush now. Sneak through here. 117. Finally met a man who's gonna put her first. So you get this sorted here. There we go. Coming back around this way. Our air purity is at 100%. Good place to be. We like good air purity. 90 degrees and humid. That's not that one. 90 degrees is pretty wild though. I think the hottest I ever felt was in Maine. It was 100% humidity. It was 100 degrees. The old hundy. Fahrenheit. It was a lot. A lot for me. Kiwi. I think the main thing that got me was the humidity. Whee. Hard to deal with that level of humidity. Dabbling around through here. And out through here. More of that icy feel back into the painting. Icy feel. Yeah, this colour will be having a dramatic effect. Pulling back that one and adding in a welcoming frosty tone. Good morning from Australia, Chris. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. There we go. Wipe that off there. What's going to be the next step? Ho ho! Well, that's the end of that brush. Look at that. This is what the bristles look like when they come out of the brush. And that's what a brush looks like with no bristles. Goodbye, brush. You served me well. I was thinking though, it's time to grab out another brush, so here we are, grabbing a new brush. What kind of brush is it going to be? What's it going to do? Let's grab grey. Hello, Sharma. You're in and out. It's kind of fun. Okay. Just one. I'm going to grab a little bit of this. Unless you saw it, I'm not going to tell you what I just grabbed. More fun. We're going to figure out what's going to happen next. There we go. A bit of this. Now after this layer, I'm going to disappear for a little bit. Because I am going to remember this time to eat. Alright. And over these hilltops, it's trees. They have this amazing poppy collection of colours. It's funny how in this sort of muted, timid landscape, a somewhat muted landscape, we can find so many colours. Thanks for sharing the live, Emily. I appreciate you. See how we started dipping into the trees there, vertically. And then we capture the horizontal lines. It's not exactly symmetrical. It's more up this side. There we go. And now for the first time, amongst all those blues and reds, we start to see wonderful, wonderful yellows sneaking into this landscape, the closest we got before. Was green. see how most of the detail in these trees doesn't come from the actual trees. It comes from what's behind them. Because a tree's just a silhouette. The actual detail, their presence, is given to them by what's behind them. There we go. What gets you into the zone for painting? One thing, music. But also, you have to let your craft, in this case painting, get you into the zone by doing it. So, motivation gets you in front of a canvas. But the canvas itself, and what you make, needs to be the thing that gets you into the zone. Alright, a little bit more through here. So this work here keeps me in the zone, puts me in it. How does that make you feel? Look how messy this paint tray is. Look at that group of colours. Naughty. Naughty. Pink. Well, I was just about to head off pink, but now that you say that, let me leaving the shake-up you need to go start painting. So this whole work's made much more intense with its pastel tones. There's not, I mean, there are a few pop colours, the purples and the yellows and things, baby blues, but actually it tries to be flatter, more muted to give that cold feel, but it's a good picture. Anyway guys, I will see you on the next one. 2 hours, it was a brief one, I've got a dash, but you're all absolute champions. Surreal, look after yourself. Sharma, thanks for coming out, having you all around the show. And Pink, as always, absolute pleasure. And Victoria, she's still around. Totally forgot about you, this painting is so gorgeous. How did you forget about me, Taylor's version? How rude. Cheers, Jude. I'll see you later. Bye for now, guys.